This is Ty again, and it's my lovely wife, Lisa Mitchell. And we're going to talk to you today about saddle pads. There's so many saddle pads out there. Being able to pick out what fits your horse and your needs. We're going to talk about that. And Lisa is an authority on saddle pads. She is very picky about what goes on her horse's back. And
That I am.
what are some of the things that you look for in a saddle pad?
I look for a softness that goes against your horse's back. Also, I like a saddle pad that contours here at the front so it doesn't pinch down over the withers. I don't like anything pinching me, so I think that my horse does not want anything pinching her.
And that's exactly right. One thing Lisa is big about doing is she'll pull the front of that pad up into the gull of that saddle. She gets that pressure off the withers, and with these contours in these pads that fits a horse's back. Saddle pads used to be straight. You'd get a wad between the horse's back and the saddle, and it actually causes the saddle to roll or not set even on that horse's back. Put spine pressure or pressure on the spine, makes them uncomfortable, and if your horse isn't comfortable, they're not going to work to the best of their ability, are they?
No, they're not.
I'm going to kind of start off. This is a professional choice. This is a nice pad. It is contoured, felt. And on your saddle pads, I'd say you don't want to go any thinner than 7/8 of an inch, working up to an inch. The thickness, I don't want a pad to compress. You don't want those bars digging down in the withers.
That's right.
But this is a good pad. Of course, Lisa she has one of these Wade pads. Everybody's seen the Wade pads. You can kind of really see it how it has the high wither set.
Really sets the saddle up off your horse's back where it's not pinching into them. Some saddles are just made that way. It's real important on a good fitting saddle, but it's also very important on a good fitting pad.
And this one's also built up kind of where the top line of that horse's back would be. It's a little thicker there. So if you have a horse that maybe doesn't have a thick top line, this is something you can, for added comfort and support. This is a classic equine. It's a felt top, but a fleece underline.
Very soft.
Very comfortable to a horse's back. Once again, contoured. I ride this pad quite a bit, and at first, anytime you get a new saddle pad, you wouldn't want to buy a new saddle pad and run in it the first time at a show, would you, Lisa?
No, it will roll on you.
And the reason is it needs a little bit of sweat. It kind of conforms to that horse's back. So anytime I buy a new saddle pad, I'm going to spend 3 or 4 days riding it on a horse, get it to conform to that horse's back, and get a little grit to it where it's got some stick to it. This is another popular pad. This is a 5-star. And one thing that makes a 5-star unique is the quality of their felt. This is soft, soft, soft. And they've taken it to the next level with, you can get all kinds of decorations, which doesn't have to have anything to do with the performance, but this is a good looking pad, but it also fits your horse good.
This girl's got to look good, Ty.
That's right. And this is a pad from JT International, Tough One. It's a very economical pad. These have been a big seller. Pad fits a lot of different horses, but it's built up, has that nice cushion. Once again, it's contoured, and that's important. I don't ride any horse unless it's a contoured pad. I really believe in that.
A new Circle Y pad.
This is the new Martha Josey Circle Y pad. We're excited about these. We've been testing them out for about a year now. Contoured, high quality felt. This is inch thick. This is the same pad, same style of pad, but it's built up right here along that top line. And there again, if you have a horse that doesn't have a lot of meat on its back, this will help protect that spine. Kind of gets something else that's important is how you got this strap right here. This pad is not continuous. It has a break in the middle. That raises the pressure points off of that spine. Puts more pressure on the loin or the muscle of that back, and that's really what you want.
Down to girths.
All right, on the girths, I'm really not a fan of neoprene. We're getting ready to have our week-long Summer schools, every year there's 1 or 2 horses that cannot finish the school because they're chaff galded. I want something that's breathable. We recommend a good mohair girt, fleece cover.
It's Martha's personal favorite.
This is what Martha uses. And you can just slide your girt right into this girt cover. These girts will last forever, especially if you're using one of these girt covers. They come, it's soft. Martha's always had a saying, if anything that goes on my horse's back or on his body, I want to make sure that it's soft. If I would rub it across my face.
Right.
And you got to remember, when you're riding these horses 2, 3, 4 hours a day, it needs to feel good to them. It can't be all right, because it will tell. And those horses get irritated, especially in that girt area. This is another girt that we like. This is a Toklac fleece line, nylon backing. These are very good girts. These are.
It sits wide underneath the belly also, so
that diamond shape. It gives less pressure in one area. Horses, their lungs are right where the girts go. And, I've seen horses, kid horses that we think are kid horses. You put a neoprene or a girt that doesn't have any give to it, tighten them up, and they will put on a rodeo for you.
That's right.
These are some of the pads, the girts that we like to use. Check out the Western store. Go online and check out the pads. We have lots of saddle pads to choose from. They vary in price range. Saddle pads are just as important as your saddle. That comfort, that's the comfort in between that saddle and that horse's back. And so make sure you get a good quality pad.
Good girt.
And a good girt.
Comfort on a horse makes them perform better.